Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Queen. If this is your first time here, you are most welcome and happy Sunday to you guys. I'm shooting this video on a Sunday morning. So today I'm going to show you guys just a little thing about makeup. And if you're excited as I am, just keep watching. So I'll go in now with my primer, my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Honestly, to be sincere with you guys, I do not know the exact look I'm going for because I have like 5 different looks on my mind. So I'm just going to decide and pick one as I keep working on my face. I don't know if I should do something serious or if I should do like an everyday look or like a summer everyday look. I think that makes sense. This is summer and nobody wants to really like go out without makeup and stuff like that, so maybe I should do a summer everyday look. Yes, so today we're going for a summer everyday makeup look. So I'm just going to let my primer to set in for a little bit before we start. And my skin is glowing. So professionals have it that before you apply your foundation, if you go on top of it, your face with your setting powder first, it kind of reduces the amount of creasing you get with your smile lines and all that. So let's see. No matter what I do, I always still have my smile lines showing themselves because I smile a lot. So it kind of makes my foundation to move around those areas, and I think I don't want that today. And since we're going for a summer look, we really want everything to be matte and just stay put, okay? So I'm doing this first, but I'm going to be talking to you guys about the struggles I faced when I first moved to the US. Yeah, I've never talked about that, but I will do that today. First of all, the first thing that was so difficult for me was the time difference. Oh my god, the time difference was really a thing. So I'll go ahead to color correct. It's an orange corrector. You don't need too much, just a little bit, okay, to take away the redness. Did I say redness? The darkness around your face. If you have like pimples, scars, or dark spots, acne, scars, you can just apply. Okay, so the first thing that was so hard for me was the time difference, because the time zone, it is so different that when you come here, when other people are asleep, you're awake. Like it took a toll on me, and like when I came, my husband would say, try not to sleep during the day, so when it's night you can sleep, because during the day it's night back home in Nigeria. Okay, and when I came, I was in Missouri, so the time difference was like 6 hours at that time, or 7 hours during the winter. So I would try not to sleep even though I was feeling so sleepy. So when it's like 11, 12 midnight in Nigeria, I'll be here struggling with 6 hours less than that. You can imagine. So I would have to stay awake till like 3 a.m. to comfortably sleep. That is 3 a.m. in Nigeria compared to this place. And now in Arizona, it's even worse. Just imagine if you came to Arizona, there's 8 hours difference between Arizona and Nigeria time. I think in Nigeria we use GMT +1. I can't remember again. No. Remember exactly. I've not been here long. It's not because I'm here I cannot remember, don't say that, but like it's been a while. I actually checked. It's either GMT +1 or GMT minus. I don't know. I'll confirm, or you can confirm that. Just Google Nigerian time zone. Time difference was really a thing for me. It just really messed me up so badly, but now I've gotten so used to it. I no longer, but it only takes like just a few weeks. You will get used to it. Just a few weeks. It was so funny, y'all. But here I am today. Came out victoriously. Okay, so the next thing was the cultural differences when it came to the food, the kind of food they eat here. You know, the way they dress. We wear the same clothes back home in Nigeria too, but it's, you know, it's kind of different. different, if you know what I mean. Even if you watch their movies, if you see how they dress in the movies, it's not a very common and welcomed social thing back home in Nigeria. You don't find people wearing bum shorts up and about so much. People do it these days though, but it's not like your parents would embrace you for doing that. But anyway, I'm not going to keep going into details. But the food, oh my god. Like, you cannot even go hanging out to eat, and you cannot really find African restaurants that are just very close to you to buy food and stuff like that. It's just so difficult. We had to like get African food raw from the African store and then make our own food. So I'll go ahead to apply my foundation now. I'm going ahead to add some concealer now, blend that over that. And so I feel like concealer lasts more on your skin than foundation. So that's how it works for me. So I treat this with my face mist. Go ahead to blend this, and the African store will buy raw food and food. You cannot just walk into Amala joint and buy amala anytime you please, or buy rice and beans and cast stew like we do in Nigeria. I really miss that. Oh my god, sometimes I just want to eat amala. Like, I just want to be able to go out. I'm so tired, I can't cook. I just want to be able to go out and eat something and really enjoy, but now we have to just get used to what we see. We're trying. So we mostly like try Mexican food, we try Italian, and we try Japanese or Chinese. They have this buffet thing they do. We go there sometimes and they have lots of options. One other thing I really don't like about their cooking is those sauces they use. Some of them taste like there's sugar in it. So they use like honey, and then when you eat the meat, it's like sugar sweet, or you eat their rice, there's like sugar in it. And I'm like, why do you put sugar in rice? And then you put lots of salt in your pastries, like maybe your bread, or they don't call it bread here, they call it biscuits, depending on the type. Anyway, that story for another time. So like the difference is just different in a lot of things. Like you can't just adapt within a very short while just like that. Okay, so I'll go ahead to blend the foundation over top this now. Like, you cannot just adjust within a short while. It's not just possible, because some of the things that are called this in your own place, when you come here, it is called that here. So my dear brethren, brothers and sisters in Christ, life was hard for you, babe. It took me time to really start comfortably eating some things outside, because even things like burger, I'm not a fan of cheese. So like almost everything there's cheese in it, and it just really makes me weak. Like, why do you put cheese in everything? It's like what finishes off every cooking. When you make spaghetti, there's cheese. You make macaronis, there's cheese. It's just remaining tea that you see cheese inside. Like every single thing, pastries, the food, the soul food, every single thing. I'm not joking. I'm sure if they used to make ona like swallow here too, they will have cheese in their swallow or in the soup. One point. So moving on to the third thing that really made life very difficult for me here when I moved here was their ignorance about Africans. Here is just overwhelming. Like, why? You have your phones, you have your smartphones, you have iPhones, you have Android phones, you have your computer, you have internet, like everything, there's light, and you even be asking one stupid question, you don't even feel embarrassed. Guy, just carry your phone and Google this thing, is right there, okay? You don't need to be stupid all the time. Don't get me wrong, but they just ask you stupid questions like, do you guys have cars in Africa? And the way they believe Africa as a whole is a country They don't even know it's a continent. You know how when you were in primary school, secondary school, they teach you the continents and some of the African countries. They tell you a few things about even the whites and their country. But here, I don't know what they teach them in school. They don't teach them about the world. They just teach them about America and the things about America they want them to know. So if you begin to ask them, a child who is as grown as 6 years old, 9 years old, sometimes you ask them some very simple questions they can't even answer. They don't even, like, it's so annoying. They ask you useless questions. So how do you guys like travel? How do you move around there? Do you guys have cars, buses? I'm like, did you think I was swimming through the Atlantic to get here in the first place? Like, it didn't occur to you, how did I get here from there, and how do I go back to visit and come back? Your brain is not thinking that one. Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to ask, but do you guys have like cell phones there? Do you have like TVs? Do you have computers? And well, as Ogun is not around to strike anybody, I'm just going to leave that conversation alone, because the amount of stupid questions I've gotten, I just decide to smile about it, ignore, and then answer. Okay? It doesn't mean me to more like you. Because some of these things, when you check your phones, if we don't, I'm angry. Then for my eyes, I'm going with a soft um eye color to blend everything together. Do this. This is some powder blush just to set the blush I applied earlier. I love contour shade for my nose. So people be like, what is it like in Nigeria? How do you guys do this? How do you guys do that? What's the difference between here and there? And I'm like, there's community living back in Nigeria. People look out for each other, although growing up as a kid, we hated it so much because you cannot do any wrong and your neighbor is watching. You think your parents will know about it. That thing you are doing, they have caught you already. As far as Mama Amaka are seeing you, your parents have also seen you, because Mama Amaka has kids and she wouldn't like her kids to be friends with someone who behaves in an unacceptable manner. Definitely her kids will want to learn that too. So somehow they understand the fact that if you leave a child to get rotten, in quote, it affects all other children. It's very common down there, but here the difference is you pretend like you don't see anything. You can't even talk to anyone's kids because they didn't give you permission to. You just have to mind your business, which is very funny to me because they don't mind their businesses, but they act like they do. So instead of coming to talk to you, once my neighbors called the cops on us. My eyes, my eyebrows are well seated now, so they look a bit different. I prefer the way this one is compared to how this one is. This one has a definite line below, so I'm just going to put that same line down here. This pencil is so pigmented. I'm just trying to tap it lightly. To apply this first. not taking my time to draw that because I'm going to blend this out. So go on top of that with a mild brown, that together. And I'll blend everything together further. Then I'll go back in with this palette. I'll be using the green right there, this tiny brush to then I'll do the same from here. I'll go in with this light purple eyeliner. So go ahead with this blending brush to just blend under my eyes. I'm not applying any extra product, just the brush. Just give it a diffuse color. Mascara. This is me without artificial lashes, y'all. So to crown it all up, I'll go in with my bronzer from LA Colors, the tip of my nose. Just very lightly. And to crown up our discussion too, or my story, I would rather stay in Nigeria than to be here. The only thing is, you can make money faster here than you can in Nigeria. That's one thing. And the dollar rate, naira rate explains it all. Okay, so I love the US, don't get me wrong, but I prefer my country, Nigeria. Not in the state it is right now though, but I don't know, whatever. So yeah guys, this is the finished look. I'm going to see you guys again later during the week, hopefully on Friday. I hope not to post late again. And thank you all for watching. You should visit Nigeria, it's a lovely place. Bye.